Good afternoon, Facebook, YouTube, Daily Motion, and Twitter. This is Rich again, back for your second video blog of the day for Tuesday, March 3rd, 2015, around 4:56 p.m. in Billerica, Massachusetts. Clouding up now. We're going to get some snow. Could be a couple of inches, then change to ice, then rain, and then it could be a sunny day tomorrow. Highs up in the 40s. Some news to report. The Boston Red Sox beat Northeastern University in the spring training action by a score of 2-1 in 8 innings. And also, the Denver Nuggets have fired head coach Brian Shaw. The Nuggets have a 20-39 record. They're not going to make the playoffs in the Western Conference. And that's about it on that. My next subject is about the gimmick Doink the Clown. Doink the Clown was a gimmick in the WWE that lasted from 1992 to 1995. The idea of Doink the Clown was from Bruce Pritchard, who was then part of the talent relations department of the WWE and creative department. He also was Brother Love, and he was talked about an idea of an evil clown by Road Warrior Hawk. Road Warrior Hawk suggested that idea about a clown as a wrestler, an evil clown. And Doink the Clown was the name. And Doink the Clown was I heard rumors that he was originally going to be played by Jimmy Jam Garvin, who was a part of the Freebirds, and he was also George's Jimmy Garvin for many years, but that rumor did not come to be. The original Doink the Clown, the heel Doink the Clown, the evil Doink the Clown, was played by a wrestler called Matt Bourne. Matt Bourne was a regional wrestler. He wrestled in Mid-South, World Class Championship Wrestling. He had a cup of coffee in the WWE, Georgia Championship Wrestling. And he also wrestled in WCW as Big Josh. And Doink the Clown made his debut on television. At first, he was out in the crowd cheering the wrestlers and stuff like that. At first, he was an unnamed clown, and then he did that for about 6 weeks in October of 1992 through December of 1992. He even appeared at the Survivor Series cheering on the matches. And then the clown, he was not named Doink, started to kind of interfere in matches. After the matches, the wrestlers come out, he put confetti on Bam Bam Bigelow, and then he put banana peels and tripped on, and Marty Jannetty tripped on it, and then Bob Backlund slipped on water that Doink the Clown was mopping it up, and then Doink the Clown put some rubber bands on the railings of the rings, and the Big Boss Man tripped over them. But then Doink the Clown went after one wrestler in particular, Crush, and a couple of times Crush didn't like Doink at all, and he got mad at him a few times. And then one time Doink the Clown wanted to be friends with Crush, and he had his arm in a sling, and he gave Crush a flower, and Crush gave the flower to a fan, but then Doink the Clown rips off the prosthesis arm and attacks Crush with it, knocking him unconscious and putting it right on his back of his head just to sell the injury. And then Crush starts to have a feud with Doink the Clown, which this was a pretty good feud. It was a match at WrestleMania 9, Crush against Doink the Clown, and then it was a pretty good match, but then the referee gets knocked out. Then a second Doink comes in and interferes, and then both Doinks look at it's just an illusion and stuff. The second Doink was played by Steve Kern, who used to be Skinner in the WWE. And then Doink the Clown wins the match, and he continues to feud with Crush. Also, Doink the Clown wrestled other wrestlers as well. He wrestled Bob Backlund and Tatanka and Big Boss Man on television. And Doink the Clown was a pretty decent wrestler. His favorite move was a whoopee cushion, which was a top rope splash, sit down splash, which was pretty good. And Doink the Clown's theme song was do 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 do. very funny. And then Doink the Clown has a 3-match series with Mr. Perfect to qualify for the King of the Ring on WWE Superstars and Challenge and Raw. A couple of times the second Doink tries to interfere, but to no avail. And then Doink continues to his feud with Crush. He distracts Crush at the King of the Ring, the first King of the Ring pay-per-view. Crush was wrestling Shawn Michaels for the WWE Intercontinental title, and Crush was distracted and he lost the match to Shawn Michaels. And then on Monday Night Raw in June of 1993, Doink the Clown wrestled Marty Jannetty in a 2 out of 3 fall match, was pretty good. But the second Doink tried to interfere and stuff, but Macho Man spotted it out, and the decision was reversed and stuff like that. Crush and Doink the Clown did not have the blow-off because Crush got injured by Yokozuna with those 4 banzai drops on Raw, and he was taken out, so they didn't have a blow-off to that feud. I think the blow-off was supposed to be at SummerSlam 1993, but that was never meant to be. And then Doink wrestles 1, 2, 3 Kid at house shows, Bret the Hitman Hart at house shows, and the Doink the Clown heel gimmick was going pretty good. I thought it was probably one of the great heel gimmicks in the WWE at that time. And in SummerSlam 1993, Bret the Hitman Hart was supposed to wrestle Jerry the King Lawler, but Jerry the King Lawler came out with crutches. He said he got into a car accident, and he has Doink the Clown substitute for him. And then Doink the Clown, it was a decent match between Bret the Hitman Hart and Doink the Clown. Bret put Doink the Clown in the sharpshooter, and then Jerry the King Lawler hit Bret with his crutch, and he pretended, and he already got better, so they had to disqualify Doink, and then it was Bret the Hitman Hart against Jerry the King Lawler. But after the match, next week on Challenge, Jerry the King Lawler blames Doink the Clown, calling him an imbecile idiot, and this was the start of Doink the Clown's face turn. And then Doink the Clown is on the King's court and calls Jerry the King Lawler Burger King and Whop and stuff like that. Was pretty good. And also to solidify the heel turn the face turn on Raw, but Doink the Clown throws a pitcher of water, Bobby the Brain Heenan and stuff like that. It was pretty good. But around this time, they had to change who was playing Doink because Matt Bourne flunked a drug test for the WWE. He was fired. They briefly used the Brooklyn Brawler Steve Lombardi in Doink the Clown's role, but eventually they settled on a preliminary wrestler called Ray Apollo. And it was, Ray Apollo was a decent Doink and stuff like that, but I like the original one, Matt Bourne, the heel one, and they've continued to turn Doink face. On an edition of WWE Superstars, it was Bam Bam Bigelow trying to come to the ring after one of Doink's matches, and then Doink sets up a booby trap for Bam Bam and Luna Vachon, and this starts the feud between Bam Bam and Doink the Clown, which was, a decent feud, but, I didn't really like Doink as a face. Something lost its luster. He became one of those kid-friendly clowns in the WWE, and they had to change his theme music. And Doink the Clown got over with the crowd. And then Doink the Clown at Survivor Series 1993, it was Bam Bam Bigelow, Bastion Booger, and the Head Shrinkers against 4 Doinks. The 4 Doinks were played by Men on a Mission and the Bushwhackers as Doinks, which was pretty funny. All 4 Doinks survived. They beat Bam Bam and Bastion Booger and the Head Shrinkers and stuff like that. And after the match, Bam Bam and Luna Vachon was going back to the dressing room, and on the Titantron, Doink the Clown was laughing like crazy and stuff like that. And then WWE President Jack Tunney said there could only be one Doink, and it was only one Doink. But then a couple weeks later on Superstars, they had a midget Doink, but he couldn't call him Doink. They called him Dink. That midget Dink was a former midget wrestler called Tiger Jackson. And Doink continues his feud with Bam Bam Bigelow. They have several matches at house shows and on Wrestling Challenge. Bam Bam wins most of them, but Doink gets a few wins here and there. They set up a mixed tag match at WrestleMania 10, Bam Bam Bigelow and Luna Vachon against Doink the Clown and Dink the Clown, which this was a waste of a match on a major show for WrestleMania, but they needed some relief and stuff like that. Bam Bam and Luna won that match, and it closed the feud for Bam Bam and Doink. And then Doink the Clown gets it into a feud with Jeff Jarrett. They have like a decent house show run over the spring and summer of 1994. This feud kind of escalates when Dink was being interviewed on Superstars, and he says Doink was on a vacation, but supposedly Doink came back on vacation, and Dink was attacked by the Doink, but which was revealed to be Jeff Jarrett, just to continue the storyline and stuff like that. And that feud simmers down in summer, but then Doink gets involved in a feud with Jerry the King Lawler and stuff, and which was pretty funny and because it involved midgets. Jerry the King Lawler had midget wrestlers like the King, Queasy, Cheesy, and Sleazy, and Doink and Dink have Wink and Pink, and they have a Survivor Series 1994 match for like Doink, Dink, Wink, and Pink, and Jerry the King Lawler, Queasy, Cheesy, and Sleazy. And this match was like kind of a mixed tag match, which Doink and Jerry the King Lawler could only wrestle against each other. They couldn't go wrestle the midgets. And then Doink was the first one eliminated, and then Jerry the King Lawler, and then the King like helps like his Queasy, Cheesy, and Sleazy beat Dink, Wink, and Pink. And the King and his midgets win the match, survive the match, but after the match, the King's midgets turn on the King, and then it's all funny and stuff like that with midget matches and stuff, and pretty good. And after this feud with Jerry the King Lawler, Doink was being kind of phased out in major storylines. He was still over with the crowd and stuff. He got a few wins here and there, but it was basically used to be enhancement talent, jobber to the stars. He jobbed a lot and stuff like that. And eventually they phased out Dink, and Doink continued to wrestle, but he continued to lose and stuff. He finally stopped appearing in like the WWE in like September 1995. His last televised match, he lost to Triple H. But once in a while, Doink the Clown would reappear. He appeared at the 1997 Slammies and stuff, and that was played by the Brooklyn Brawler, Steve Lombardi, and also like Doink appeared at the Gimmick Battle Royal, which was the original Doink, Matt Bourne, and also they had a few wrestlers dressed as Doink in the years since. I think Chris Jericho dressed as Doink, and a couple of other wrestlers dressed as Doink. I thought the Doink the Clown gimmick was pretty funny at first. The heel gimmick rocked and stuff, but when it turned face, it just became another mid-card act for WWE just to get the name out of it, which, it was okay and stuff, but, there was so much to do. I could never see the heel Doink or the face Doink ever win a WWE title and stuff like that, but who knows? And the Doink the Clown characters used at several independent shows still, and I doubt that Doink the Clown will ever get in the Hall of Fame. We'll probably have, but you never know. And that's about it on the Doink the Clown gimmick. Be back Facebook, YouTube, Daily Motion, and Twitter. The last video blog of the night will be about my personality profile, former Maple Leafs captain, Wendell Clark. And I hope you like the Rich sign I have on here. It's like kind of a logo I'm going to be putting on every one of them. And maybe later on in the week, when I do a video blog on the Nasty Boys, I'm going to put Nasty. Have a good day, Facebook, YouTube, Daily Motion, and Twitter. See you tonight.